Come in.
What is it, Captain?
Ken, we just received a message from Starfleet. Fortunately, we were still within range of the Cepheus array, but just barely.
And?
I've been summoned to Starbase 3 for a board of inquiry.
Inquiry? For what?
Commodore Smith didn't provide any details. All I know is it will be a board of inquiry, with the Judge Advocate General's office involved.
Okay, but for what?
That's where it gets murky. I really don't know, but they could put us under a microscope for stuff all the way back to our launch from Earth.
Have we done anything wrong?
Well, in my opinion, no. I already know our ducks are in a row regarding log entries and sensor readings. Maybe they mean our unfortunate experience at Taran 2.
Maybe they just want more information on our past activities.
I'm sure they do, but if JAG is involved, of course it will be trouble.
Okay, how can I help?
Not sure at this time. I'm the only person named in the inquiry, but the entire crew may become fair game.
Understood.
Have you ever been to Starbase 3?
No, have you?
No. According to the records, it's a planet-based facility with an orbital station. We'll be docking in orbit, but then beam down to the surface. A lot of experimental stuff goes on there, so there'll probably be a bunch of test pilots.
Understood.
Thank you, Lieutenant. I have the bridge.
The bridge is yours, Captain.
Change of plans. Fazil, plotted course to Starbase 3. Lieutenant, Warp 5.
Course plotted and let in.
Aye, sir. Warp 5. Captain, will we get any shore leave?
Commander Cook has a shore leave schedule, and I advise all personnel to keep communicators with them at all times. Anyone may be called for questioning. I've been called to an inquiry. There's no problem, but each of you need to make yourselves available in case Starfleet wants to question you.
Aye, sir.
Captain, may I inquire about the nature of the inquiry?
You may. But I don't have a good answer right now. I'll notify everyone of pertinent information when, and if, it becomes available.
Aye, sir.
USS Mojave, welcome to Starbase 3. Approach on Vector 47 to docking port 2. Prepare for tractor.
Starbase 3, this is Mojave Actual. We prefer manual docking.
Acknowledged and approved. Mojave intentions will be entered into station log.
Thank you, Mojave out. Well, Lieutenant, looks like another opportunity.
Aye, sir. Thrusters at station keeping.
Attention all hands, this is the captain. Prepare for docking at Starbase 3. Lieutenant, starboard thrusters 10%.
10%, aye, sir.
Z plus 2. Yaw to starboard, 0.5 degree. Roll to port, 1.5 degrees. Cut thrusters. Let our momentum take us the rest of the way. Good job, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Captain.
Ensign.
Captain, Commander.
Ensign, what are you doing here? Where's Green?
We switched places for shore leave, if that is acceptable to you.
No problem.
Energize. A Commander McGovern is supposed to meet us.
That may be her.
Captain Morgan?
Yes.
Welcome to Starbase 3. I'm Commander McGovern with the Judge Advocate General's office.
Pleased to meet you. This is my first officer, Commander Cook.
Pleasure.
Commander, will you come this way, please?
Are there any places to shop here?
There's only a few restaurants. What are you looking for?
I don't know. This and that.
There's a place to eat over there. Let's go see what they have.
Lieutenant Stone.
Lieutenant Stone, this is Lieutenant Navarro of the Judge Advocate General's office. Please report to our office on level 2.
Yes, I'll be there. So much for that. You two go ahead.
Justin here.
Lieutenant Commander Justin, this is Lieutenant Navarro of the Judge Advocate General's office. Please report to our office. We're on level 2.
Acknowledged. Sorry, Lucy. Duty calls.
Commander, can you tell me what this is about?
I'm sorry, Captain. I don't have any details. You'll have to discuss it with your assigned counsel.
Counsel.
Yes, he should be arriving shortly. I don't think we need to review Admiral's mask protocols. Is that correct?
That's correct. I'm familiar with the procedures.
Very well then. The Board of Inquiry will begin at 0900 tomorrow. Just return to this office. Commander, we have some questions for you. Will you come this way, please?
Tom Morgan.
Captain Edwards, what are you doing here?
Well, that's a nice greeting for someone you haven't seen in a year. I'm your counsel.
You?
Yes. And this base is quite a distance from Alpha Centauri, so don't disappoint me.
Of course not. So can you tell me why I'm here?
You're here because you commanded the illustrious Starship Mojave through the cosmos, with your gallant crew in tow.
Try again, sir.
Let's go. I'll buy you a drink.
Describe your relationship with Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan is my commanding officer.
And?
And what?
You were recently promoted by Captain Morgan, weren't you?
Yes, to Lieutenant Commander, about a year ago.
Do you think you deserved that promotion?
Describe your relationship with Captain Morgan.
The captain is my commanding officer.
You've known each other a long time.
We met at Starfleet Academy.
Would you consider yourselves friends?
Has Captain Morgan behaved in any way on becoming a Starfleet officer?
No.
Has Captain Morgan ever been derelict in his duties?
No.
Have you ever perceived Captain Morgan as being something, or someone, that he's not?
What kind of question is that?
One that you have to answer.
Has Captain Morgan ever made any unwelcome advances at you?
No, of course not.
Have you ever seen Captain Morgan fraternizing with the crew in any inappropriate way?
Never.
Has Captain Morgan ever countermanded any of your orders?
Not that I remember.
I'm hungry. Can I go now?
This is not good.
What is not good?
This.
No, I've never seen that kind of behavior, ever.
You mean when we ran into the Romulans at the Cepheus array?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
That is correct. As a Vulcan, I am incapable of telling a lie.
There seem to be duplicates of Starfleet personnel. Some are androids, some are fully organic.
You need to answer my questions, Ensign.
No, I've never considered mutiny against Captain Morgan himself.
So, what are you?
I'm a robot. What are you?
I'm asking the questions here. Lieutenant, I just have a few final questions for you.
How is it you came to be my counsel? You're not a lawyer.
Since retirement I've been doing some study as a hobby. It seems few people want to be lawyers anymore, and Starfleet JAG has a shortage. I learned of your predicament, pulled some strings.
Well, I really appreciate that. So you learned of my predicament while home on Alpha Centauri?
Yes.
That's at least a 4-week travel time from there to here. You mean this inquiry was planned that long ago?
I booked transport as soon as I heard. With my help, I think you'll come out of this okay.
You think?
These things don't always go as planned.
Hey, what do I have to do to get my picture on the wall?
You have to die.
Oh.
This Board of Inquiry is now in session. I, Admiral Wang, have appointed as members of this board Admiral Pert and Admiral Peterson. This is an inquiry into the action of Captain Tom Morgan, USS Mojave. Captain Morgan, you have a right to ask for substitute officials if you fear any of these named might have prejudiced attitude toward your case.
I have no objections.
Do you consent to the service of Captain Edward, retired, as your counsel?
Yes, I do.
Commander McGovern will be observing the proceedings. Do you consent to the presence of Commander McGovern or to me serving as the president of this board?
Yes, I do.
Morgan, Thomas. Serial number SC 347-0927. Captain, USS Mojave, NCC 824. Commendations, Award of Valor, Silver Palm, Starfleet Command.
On Stardate 1315.8, the USS Mojave, under the command of Captain Tom Morgan, contaminated the Society of Terran II in violation of the Prime Directive. Captain Morgan, can you provide more information to help us understand this event?
The Mojave was caught in a powerful tractor beam emanating from the planet's surface. The beam also drained the ship's power. If Commander Cook and I were not successful on the surface, the Mojave would have crashed on Terran II.
That's what your log indicates, but I'm more interested in why you exposed the primitive inhabitants to our technology.
We had no choice. It was to defeat the computer known as Vilgar, or allow the loss of the Mojave and crew, while I and my first officer would be stuck on the surface, in a primitive culture.
Exactly what technology were the inhabitants exposed to?
Phasers and transporter beams. We planned on a covert mission on the surface, but we were captured by a Taranian hunting party.
Captain Morgan, surely you could have hidden from the hunters. What weapons did the hunters possess?
Each member of the hunting party had spears. They also had the home turf advantage, and were very effective in ambushing us. We didn't want to fight them.
So you went along with them to their village?
Yes.
At what point did you discover this figure was ruling the people?
After questioning the leader of the village. It turns out we were right about Vilgar being in control of the tractor beam and draining our power.
Any further question on the subject? On Stardate 1326.4, you lost a crew member, Anson Olafson, on Glaucon 4. Can you add any further information on this death?
This unfortunate event is fully explained in my logs.
To entertain this board, explain what happened.
We crashed our shuttle on the surface due to Klingon fire. As you know, Glaucon 4 is a very unstable planet. Ensign Olafson fell into a rift that opened in the ground. There was no way to save him as there was molten rock at the bottom.
And what were you doing on Glaucon 4 anyway?
Our sensors indicated rich deposits of dilithium. Transporters would not work, that's why we took the shuttle. And we were right about the dilithium. The Klingons had already established mining operations.
And you were captured by the Klingons.
That is correct.
How did you escape?
We had help from some captive Andarians, and escaped the planet in a Klingon shuttle.
We know the Klingons don't take prisoners, yet they captured you and your first officer. Can you explain this?
I cannot. They must have thought we would be useful in extracting dilithium ore.
Is it possible, Captain, that you were brainwashed to become a Klingon sleeper agent during your captivity?
George, that's absurd.
Is it?
Nothing has happened since that would indicate that as being true.
All right, enough of this. We will stick to the fact in this inquiry. On Stardate 1412.7, the USS Mojave was commandeered by your Yeoman Ensign Garcia. Damage to the USS Achilles occurred. Can you explain to the board how you allowed this to happen?
I did not allow it. Yeoman Garcia was very resourceful in her planning of this event.
Isn't it also true, Captain, that an Ensign Davenport aided your Yeoman Garcia in the takeover of your ship?
We believe that did occur.
And where is Ensign Davenport now?
We believe he was killed by Yeoman Garcia.
Well, Captain, it seems the Mojave is a weapon of conspirators, co-conspirators, and a big chaotic mess. Where is your leadership?
All right, we adjourn until tomorrow, 0900. Dismiss.
Are you drowning your sorrows? What's happened so far?
They wanted to know more about what happened on Tarian 2 and Glocken 4 and Garcia taking over the ship.
All our log entries weren't enough?
No. They claim we violated the Prime Directive on Tarian.
Well, we kind of did. Not that we had any choice in the matter.
Yeah, they know that.
So who are they?
The board is officiated by Admiral Wong. She seems to be taking a pretty neutral approach so far.
Wong is known as being level-headed. Who else is in there?
Admiral Pert and Admiral Peterson.
I've never met either one.
I can't read Pert too much. He might be on our side. But Peterson is a prick.
Be careful with thinking our side and their side. It's a board of inquiry. It's not like you're actually on trial.
Might as well be. Where are you staying tonight?
I'm planning to stay here. I got a room. You?
I'll be on the ship.
Well, Captain, I need to go. See you later.
Thanks, Cap. Computer lights. You again?
I warned you to forget that issue.
What issue?
Don't play dumb. I know you talked to Captain Tiraga about it. You better hope it doesn't come up in your inquiry.
Morgan the cook.
Cook here.
Cam, Agent 86 was here again.
Who's that?
Never mind, we'll discuss it in the morning.
Admiral Peterson, call your witness.
Commander.
Serial number SF 991-4387. Captain, USS Shapley, NCC 1035. Commendations, Award of Valor, Starfleet Command.
Captain Taraga, some time ago you rendezvoused with USS Mojave for a supply transfer. Please explain the details of your encounter.
Captain Morgan asked me to beam over to the Mojave. He and his chief medical officer showed me some data that seemed to indicate his former yeoman was some kind of twin, or duplicate, of an ensign under my command.
Did that really happen?
Yes.
Do you still have the data?
I made copies.
Send to me.
Okay.
And what was your reaction?
I thought it was ridiculous. I'm not saying the data was intentionally fabricated, but there must be some kind of mix-up in service records.
Did you take any action based on what you saw?
No. Captain Morgan suggested a DNA scan of my ensign, which of course I did not do.
Captain Taraga, based on this encounter, would you say Captain Morgan was confused?
I don't know. It seems he believed the data he presented was genuine. I suppose anyone could be influenced by provocative things they see or hear.
Do you believe Captain Morgan was under the influence of someone or something?
Possible, but I don't have any facts.
Any more questions for Captain Taraga? Captain, you are excused. At this point, I want to state for the record the other known activities by Captain Morgan. Admiral Pert?
Be it known, for the record, that the USS Mojave, under the command of Captain Morgan, discovered and analyzed the first known spacefaring organic life form based on tin. Also let it be known that the Mojave assisted the USS Achilles in repelling a Klingon attack on Starbase 15.
In addition, the Mojave successfully traversed the wormhole, made first contact with the Cygnians, and solved the disappearance of the USS Dakota.
Let's not forget the incident on Darwin where Captain Morgan engaged in a civil war in that star system.
George, he was cleared of that already. And Captain Morgan made a good showing recently on the Kendra Williamson show. Adjourn until 0900 tomorrow, at which time we will issue a decision. Dismissed. It is the decision of the board that Tom Morgan, Captain USS Mojave, is hereby absolved of any negligence related to any and all actions recorded by this board. Captain Morgan is to accept the probational conditions prescribed by this board.
What probation?
In the case of the incident of Tehran, there may come a day when we are willing to sacrifice a ship and the crew for the prime directive, but that day is not today. This board of inquiry is now dismissed.
It's the best I could do under the circumstances. You'll have to discuss the details with Commodore Smith. Sorry, I got the run. Good luck, Tom. It was nice to see you again.
You have to go so soon?
Tom, congratulations.
Thank you, Admiral. I think.
So what does probation mean?
I don't know yet. Admiral Wong said Commodore Smith would talk to me about it. Speak of the devil.
Oh, Tom, there you are.
Commodore Smith, nice to see you.
Commodore.
Sorry, Tom. I meant to be present at the Board of Inquiry, but my ship was delayed due to an iron storm.
It's okay. I'm glad you're all right. I understand you have information for me.
Yes, let's talk outside. Commander, if you'll excuse us.
Of course.
Tom, the Admiralty decided to put you on probation for a while.
What are the conditions, and for how long?
For how long is hard to say. It could be as long as a few months. As for the conditions...
Yes.
Okay, Tom, here's the deal. You're very fortunate that you've been given a choice here. You have two options. 1. You can accept a temporary desk job with your crew reassigned to other commands. Or 2, you can retain most of your crew and take command of a freighter.
What about the Mojave?
The Mojave will be mothballed. Tom, the Mojave is over 30 years old. It has good sensors, but... Tom, what's the maximum speed of the Mojave?
Warp 5 cruise. Emergency power warp 6?
Did you know our newer ships are now cruising at warp 6 with emergency power up to warp 8 and with a whole lot more firepower?
Actually, I did.
Our enemies seem to be mobilizing more these days. You've had run-ins with both the Klingons and the Romulans, so you know this. We need the newer, more powerful ships on the line. We are not at the point of decommissioning the Mojave yet, but Starfleet needs more time to evaluate.
All right, Commodore, I appreciate the choice. I'll take option 2.
I had a feeling you would choose that. It's a wise choice, Tom, given the circumstances. Meet me on the orbital station at 1600. The freighter should be docked by then. We'll work out a few more details, and you can be on your way.
Thank you, Commodore.
Hopefully we can get you a regular command soon. Be patient. We'll work through this.
Watch out what you feed the thing.
Yeah, I know. I am troubleshooting.
Well, Ken, I got a freighter. Most of the crew will be reassigned.
Yeah, I know.
How do you know?
I heard the scuttlebutt.
Oh, nice. I don't know where you'll be assigned, but I'll put in a good word for you.
Oh, I don't think you'll be rid of me just yet.
Hey, that looks like Delgado.
Who?
One Delgado. We went to the academy together. I heard he made captain right before I did.
Tom Morgan?
One, have you been?
Nice to see you again, Tom. I have been okay.
This is my former first officer and chief engineer, Cameron Cook. What ship do you command?
Well, it's been tough, Tom. I am on the touch duty, chained to a desk.
Why? What happened?
Major violation of the Prime Directive. I had no choice. It was that, or lose a Michigan crew.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'm going through that now. Was just put on probation. I get a freighter.
At least you're still out there. I have been waiting 3 years for Starfleet to give me a final decision.
3 years. Helm, set course for Dralax, Warp 3.
Aye, sir. Dralax, Warp 3. Captain, we all want you to know.
Yes, Lieutenant?
We're all with you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all. Commander? What happened?
The warp field suddenly collapsed.
Cause?
Checking.
I miss my old chair.
I think I got it.
What did you find in there?
One Klingon disruptor, and some freeze-dried gawk.
I hate gawk.
We're gonna die.
Shut up. We need to find food and water.
On this rock.
Just go, okay? Find something we can eat or don't come back. Genius. Anyway, we can send out a distress call.
Klingon transmitters are not designed to send out distress calls, but I'll see what I can do, assuming we can get power to it.
Good, get on it.